It appears this is the year for divisive films and horror. There was Malignant about a month ago, there was Candyman before that, and earlier in the summer there was Old. I mean, you either enjoyed these films or you wanted to jump out of Haddonfield Memorial Hospital's window. Halloween Kills is another film that falls into this divisive category. There's people that outright hate this film, to the point that they say that it's the worst in the franchise. I mean, Halloween 5, anyone? And then there's the group that absolutely loved this film and think it's a worthy sequel. Now me, I fall more in line with the second camp. Yes, Halloween Kills has some flaws, but it has some pros as well. So let me tell you why I enjoyed Halloween Kills. Let's rip into this bad boy. That's right, Michael. You've been a bad, bad boy. Michael is pissed and he goes on a crazy rampage, murdering the citizens of Haddonfield. He gets rescued by firefighters, and instead of being grateful, he kills all of them. He is determined to give the people of Haddonfield another night to remember. A scene that comes to mind is when he attacks a couple after a run-in with the firefighters. The husband is dead and the wife is clinging on to life, and he's essentially making her watch him plunge multiple knives into his dead body until he finally finds one that is suitable for him. Another kill that caught me off guard was when he punches the knife into the doctor's face. It's a great effect and makes you wince. I love the Shape in this movie. This is the most ferocious we have ever seen the Shape. It is a departure from the original film. In the 1978 film, he was more of a lurker, hiding in the shadows, but in this film, Michael does not give a fuck. I mean, for example, Cameron's death was just brutal, but I'm happy that we also get his playful side. An example of this was Big John and Little John. He assembles their dead bodies just like their family photo. Michael is such a troll in this film. In my opinion, Michael is done right. He still has mystery to him. Not everything is explained and we get just enough. What is living behind his eyes is purely and simply evil. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about may be controversial because a lot of people didn't like this character, and I don't think you were supposed to. Tommy Doyle is a survivor from the first night that Michael came home. The event stayed in his mind for the last 40 years. This guy wants to prove himself. He has a bit of a hero complex, and he means well and is a bit selfish, but ultimately he gets people killed, like a lot of people. He wants to make Laurie proud and take down Michael, and he ends up getting a mob together and they chase a man that is the exact opposite of what you would imagine Michael Myers to look like. But he didn't have to imagine him. He saw him. There's that scene at the bar where Tommy is watching the news and he sees that there's 2 inmates on the loose. He wants it to be him so badly. He wants to be a hero so badly that he gets an innocent man killed. This leads into the commentary on mob mentality. This was the weakest part of the film for me. You can see where they were going with it, but it just didn't work. It might have worked better if the mob actually killed him. Like, they did essentially kill him, but you know, maybe Lipperprint could have shot him and the mob just consumes him. I mean, not eat him. This isn't Hannibal, but you know what I'm getting at. You get that Tommy has romanticized killing Michael in his head. It consumed him. Everyone wants to kill Michael. And I actually like that. It makes him a complex character. And he wasn't as much of a hindrance as I think a lot of people have made him out to be. But in the end, Tommy was never meant to be a hero. He was just another moth to Michael's jack-o'-lantern flame. The flashback to 1978 was done so well. The lighting, the graininess, the wardrobe, the dialogue, everything fit so well together, and we haven't even gone to Loomis yet. It was all done practically, and I was so amazed. The voice work left a little bit to be desired, but I never thought I'd see Donald Pleasance's Dr. Loomis in another film, and the fact that they were able to pull this off posthumously should be applauded. The Hawkins aspect was done well as well. He let fear get the best of him and got his fellow officer killed and stopped Loomis from ending Michael. You get the sense that he's learned his lesson and now knows Michael is not human. He is something else entirely. Overall, the flashback was great fan service and added to the mystery of Michael while also adding motive for Hawkins. And shout out to Aaron Armstrong who played the Shape. He was really good, and the mask used for this film was very good as well. Probably one of the best H1 masks I've seen since the original. Now Laurie gets a small amount of screen time in the film, but her condition was the most believable. I mean, she had gotten stabbed and had to recoup from the injury. I liked all her scenes along with the ones with Hawkins. I like how they are establishing that they had a past together. It's adding more weight to their relationship, and both are consumed with killing Michael. And it was so Laurie how she tried to give it a go and give herself a shot. It was pretty badass. I understand some people thought that she was going to be in the film a bit more, but I had a feeling that she was going to be pretty much kept in the hospital for a majority of the time. I had a feeling this would all culminate to Halloween Ends. At least we got to see what Laurie's insides look like. Yes, I have to say it is pretty comical with how many evil dies tonight in 40 years we get in this film. There is something to say about the hold that Michael has on the town. One of the things that made Halloween 2018 work was the idea of trauma Laurie had and what it was doing to her family. It made sense that Laurie never moved on, but a whole town? I don't know. The first film made a joke of it when Allison and her friends are talking while walking to school, pretty much insinuating that it wasn't a big deal. The people of Haddonfield had moved on, and Laurie didn't. Just a few people were killed 40 years ago. And Halloween Kills just erases that and makes everyone Laurie? Again, I can see what they were going for, but it just didn't hit that note to be believable. Aside from that, the mob situation didn't really hurt the film for me. I felt like Judy Greer was a standout in this film. She gave a great performance in my opinion. Karen is not only dealing with the grief of losing her husband, but worrying about her daughter who is on a mission to kill Michael. She has to keep Laurie in line so she doesn't hurt herself, which she ends up doing. But she also has to worry about stopping a mob from killing the escaped patient. Her actions are admirable, but also bittersweet with the end result. I liked Karen better in Halloween Kills rather than 2018, and it was great seeing her get the upper hand on Michael. That brings me to the Myers home window. We get this morsel in the flashback about Michael having an attachment to the window in his sister's room. Hawkins' partner states that he knew Michael as a kid, and he would catch him staring out the window. It adds an eeriness to the film and a certain mystique. It's a great addition to the Shape mythos, rather than Michael and Laurie being brother and sister. Something stupid like that. It makes you wonder, why does he have this magnetic pull to the home and the window? Is he staring out at Haddonfield? Is he a peeping Tom and staring at his neighbor's windows? Or is he staring at his own reflection? If so, Michael, someone has already invented something for that. It's called a mirror. It may not only be Michael that has this connection, because Karen sees young Michael at the window, which may be a hint at something supernatural. Karen makes it to the window only to be stabbed over and over by Michael. We don't see the knife ever meet flesh, but the quick cuts, no pun intended, are effective and visceral. Karen falls to the ground and Michael finally reaches his goal of getting to the window. A lot of people are hung up on how he was able to get into the house, there's a back door. The man was shot multiple times, and you're gonna call bull on him getting into the house? The minute something is explained, it ruins the mystique of a character or villain, such as the Shape. And he's the Shape, goddammit. Overall, I really enjoyed my time with Halloween Kills. It's one of my favorite sequels in the series, and so far I'm really liking this direction that David Gordon Green and Danny McBride are taking Halloween in. They're taking the material serious enough to help please fans, but also adding an element of camp to it to bring on newcomers who may not be as familiar with the horror genre, to make it more easily accessible. I can certainly see why there's a lot of people that didn't like the film, especially for expectations. I kept my expectations pretty tamed. I was pretty excited, but you know, I knew this wasn't going to be a world beater. There's some people that justifiably did not like the film. But yeah, you guys, that was my overall thoughts on Halloween Kills. Now you may be asking, what would I like to see in a Halloween Ends? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. I want an even more grizzled Laurie. With Karen being dead, she should be in an even darker place, making her mission even more personal to end Michael. I would have Allison just be done with it all. She lost both her parents and now only has her grandma. It would be kind of like a role reverse like Karen in 2018. She would be trying to stop Laurie from going after Michael, with fear of losing her too. As for Michael, with the time jump, I'm not sure what could be done. Does he get captured and put away on that 2018 Halloween and he escapes again? Or does he drift down a river stream and get taken in by a hermit? Just asking that question, I would rather him be captured. Well, I think neither. I would want him to just disappear. Like in the ending of 1978, with no trace of Michael, the town of Haddonfield will be even more frightened than ever. Other returning characters I would have would be Wilkins, Tommy Doyle, and Lindsay. Yes, I would have Tommy Doyle return. He's still alive. I know. Please, don't kill me. On Halloween night of 2022, we would have a couple string of murders, one of them being Lindsay. Now, I would still want the mystery to surround Michael. Where has he been for the last 4 years? What is he entirely? Is he just evil, or is he just a wild man? And this would all be leading to a proper showdown between Michael and Laurie. And I would want Laurie to properly end Michael. I mean, another decapitation would be awesome. But that's a few of the things that I would like to see in Halloween Ends. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys want in a follow-up to Halloween Kills? Are you excited? Did you like Halloween Kills? Let me know in the comments down below. I greatly appreciate everyone for taking a look at this video, and I would greatly appreciate it if you gave a thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe. This is Everything Horror, where we love to talk about everything horror. Take care, peeps.